Good day, viewers. Today we are back with our very first boy group review. Yay! Boys! Anyways, this very special honor goes to the wonderful boys of UKIS with their most recent comeback, Neverland.
Although not to Emma's degree, I am also extremely impressed with this comeback. Even though I did like 0330, once they were pointed out to me, I could not get over how ridiculous the English lyrics were. So after being reminded of geometric formulas and having love shows turned on in 0330, I really appreciate the normalcy of the English lyrics in Neverland. Mine is the one awkward line. You, me, and the DJ dancing to the breakdown.
Speaking of the DJ, I absolutely love the intro to the song with the slow building electro bass. Vocally, I really like the blending of the voices in the refrain and the chorus, especially in Hoon's part, and I'm really beginning to like that kid. And I have to say something about the rap because I am the designated rap lover. Our little Dongo is becoming a real rapper. I really like that they gave him legit rap parts in the song. One thing I don't really like about the song is the dual rapping. Just something that they did not need to continue from 0330. Rapping together does not have the same effect that singing together has.
And the only thing I didn't like about the song was the producer's decision to mute Soohyung's awesome vocals. I mean, seriously, people are always complaining about how K-pop idols can't sing and whatnot, and this guy clearly can sing, but you can't even hear him. If a guy's able to sing such a high note and sustain it, he deserves to be showcased. And the sad thing is, Neverland is not the first place where this has happened. Off the top of my head, Gina's vocals in Top Girl, and also Reina's in the Japanese version of Bang are also muted.
For me, the first thing that comes to mind about the music video is the dance sequences. They are so well edited. Of course, all dance sequences should be edited well, but sadly they're often not. The fluidity of the cuts and the variety of sets really stood out to me.
I don't actually see much variety in terms of sets. I mean, first there's Somewhere Cold, and then next there's still Somewhere Cold. Not much variety at all. But I did notice a huge variety in terms of cinematography. I really appreciate that all kinds of camera angles and movements were used in this music video. Dollies, cranes, pans, zooms, close-ups, extreme close-ups, whatever, you name it, and it's in this music video.
In regards to the cinematography, I absolutely love the slow-mo dance cuts, particularly the leaping move and the spinning at the end and stopping in the water. I have a thing for slow-mo, and my goodness, do they do it right. I love the choreo in every way, especially in the second verse, starting with the falling move at the end of the chorus, and the creepy getting up move, which brings to mind the zombie move from Heartbeat by 2PM, the armor locks dance, holla to all the Halo nerds out there who get that reference, and the jump to crouch at the end of the verse. It's very complex and athletic, no shuffling about like another group we all know and love. I just really love all of the choreo. I can't even pinpoint every single move because I would end up listing every single move.
Speaking of 2PM, am I the only one that thinks that this music video ended up somewhat like a compilation of various 2PM music videos? In addition to resembling Heartbeat, the heavy eye makeup totally reminded me of I'll Be Back, and their dancing in water definitely brought to mind Without You. On that note, dear gentlemen of UKIS, pardon my pretentiousness as I point out that you are dancing in a pool of water, wearing all white, when you could simply take a few steps in whatever direction you choose and dance on dry land. Because I reiterate, you're wearing all white.
I know, right? Dancing in the water in all white made me a little concerned, but beneficial to me personally, so I can't really complain. Speaking of being a creepy fangirl, the close-up shots had a really nice feel to them. In particular, there's one where Kevin is singing Fantasy, and the shot is slow mode as if it is part of the viewer's fantasy. So as much as I appreciate the delicious close-ups of all the members, I really just love the dance version. I just cannot get enough. Other than the boys and the dance, I really like the hot-cold dynamic they had with the orangey shots and the bluey shots, signifying the hot and cold. The melting and unmelting ice sculpture was a super creative idea. When I saw the teaser, I was totally mesmerized by those shots. But in the full MV, it seems like those were kind of just tossed in there awkwardly.
I agree. I feel like they would have been much more effective at the beginning or the end of the music video. Also, even though it may be a little bit cliche, I personally think that this music video would have turned out much better if it had taken place in a club, since this Neverland that they're talking about is the dance floor.
Finally, I must say that I'm glad to see UKIS moving away from their usual uniform of suits. Not that there's anything really wrong with suits, but I really like their more casual and unique outfits in this music video. Unfortunately, they seem to think that feathers were an appropriate choice for their first comeback performance, which they are not.
So that's it for our first ever non-girl group MVP. Fortunately, we will most likely be going back to a girl group for our next one. Fortunately.
Yes. Oh, so fortunate. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, and keep watching and subscribing. Till next time!